This has been a fascinating year for ACM. It really began towards the end of 2009 with the 10th anniversary. We had John Howard speaking for the very first time since the referendum in detail about proposed change to a republic. Then, of course, we had the visit from Prince William, we had the wedding, and then we had the 11th National Conference, and this time we had our first National Executive Director, Tony Abbott, giving a splendid and prepared speech in relation to the Neville Bonner oration, which is named in honour of the late Aboriginal Australian Senator Neville Bonner. Of course, ACM is essentially concerned with constitutional issues. And I've come to the conclusion over the year, rather the confirmation, that there's very little interest in Australia in our becoming a politicians' republic. And I think that that can be proven. In 1996, ACM called a demonstration, a peaceful demonstration, in Macquarie Street to protest against Premier Carr's decision to expel governors from their purpose-built home, that is Government House, Sydney. He later revealed that that was because of the reserve powers. The whole of Macquarie Street was absolutely filled with peaceful people who'd come from all over New South Wales to express their indignation at this. That's been the major demonstration that ACM has ever called, the only monarchist demonstration in the country which was so strong and so peaceful. The Republicans too have tried to call demonstrations. Just before the referendum, the Sydney Daily Telegraph with the ARM called a demonstration in Parramatta Park in the geographical heart of Sydney on a Friday, in the middle of the day when people would be free from schools, colleges and places of work. They had celebrity speakers, and how many people did they get? They got 70 people, including the reporters from the Daily Telegraph and the celebrity speakers, a mere 70 people. Then in 2006, when they called the stunt the Mate for a Head of State campaign, that was to culminate on the last Sunday before Australia Day by a big sausage sizzle at Bondi Beach. Well, according to the reporters who were there were about 50 people there. There were more sausages than people at the demonstration, and many more people not far away, lining up not for free sausages, but to pay for sausages at the North Bondi Surf Club. There's very little interest in Australia for change to a politicians' republic. In fact, the leader of the Republican movement, Malcolm Turnbull, wrote in his diary months before the referendum, "We have Buckley's chance of winning. Nobody's interested." Well, what have we been doing? We've advanced something we've been doing all along, a procreational, educational project. And our young Australian spokesman, Joe Mardikovitz, will be talking about that in a separate message. But that is going along very well with its own website and a competition which is going national. And then we've also concentrated on our communication strategy. Why? Because in 1999, every metropolitan newspaper, except the West Australian and the Financial Review, every one of them campaigned vigorously for a republic, as did the ABC, the SBS, and every television station in the country. And they used their news broadcasts and news pages to advance that case. We now have our own communication strategy. We have a site which is not only the most visited constitutional monarchist site in the country, it's the most visited in the world. The number of hits is about 8 million a year, over 3 million page views. That means about 30 million reports are going into people's computers in Australia and other countries, and we're in other formats, and there's great interest in our communications. ACM is ready, it's there, preserving, protecting and defending the Constitution and the flag and the role of the Crown in the Constitution. So in wishing you, supporters of ACM, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, I look forward to being with you next year supporting our constitutional system.